This is Tom Sillis. I'm the CEO of Wecro.com. Title of this video is AI Can Make You a Billionaire. 3 ways to do it. Okay. Before we get started, I do a little housekeeping. Please subscribe to this to my channel, and please like this video, because at the end of this video, you're going to earn between $25 and $30 worth of it's probably closer to $30 worth of digital currency called Billionaire, and I'll talk about that later. And there'll be a code. If you don't watch the thing all the way through, you might miss the code, because I'm gonna put the code in there somewhere in between the beginning and end of the video. I'll say this is the code, and if you don't catch it, you missed it, and you won't earn your digital currency. Now I'll talk about that later. What it is and how it works. It's very simple. Take me 2 minutes, but let's get back to the the topic here. AI can make you a billionaire, and 3 ways to do it. There are 3 big major ways right now that are really hot. Now, if you watch my previous video that I called AI Will Destroy Governments, maybe that'll end if the tech companies start controlling everything and you become their slave. You might not be able to become a billionaire. That's the only caveat. But assuming that doesn't happen, because I think people will go on strike and stop it. There's 3 ways. One is virtual girlfriends, and I'll come back and describe that in a minute. Content creation in minutes, and the other one is going to be you can create AI games in days, not months. And my son-in-law is doing that. He's into games. He used to play the Warcraft game. He loves that game. It's one of his favorite. And I don't know if they're using AI in there or not, but I can tell you right now, he's coming up on a concept where they'll create like he's going to create another game like similar to that, like a war type thing. All different types of war. It's going to be what is it? Cyber attacks. It'll be physical war. It'll be nuclear. Whatever. I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't tell me everything, but that gives you. I think that gives you an idea what you can do. There are tools out there, and you can search it on Google. There are tools that'll help you to do that using AI. You're gonna have to do a little studying and learning. Obviously, it's gonna probably take you about 3 months to learn everything. But once you learn that, if you know how to make games, if you know how to do games already, that's only the icing on the cake. Okay, that's just one way. Or if you know somebody that likes the game developer, get them on board. You can make a lot of money together, you and them, if you learn. But you got to learn AI first. You got to put the thing out there, design it, how it's going to work, and then you can make AI work around that. You're going to have like parameters as to how it works. Okay. Now let's go back to content creation in minutes. As you all know, people go to 5R a lot. You can put out a bunch of tasks on 5R. I'll create content for your website, and they give you all the products, and you create the content for it by going in. You sell it on 5R up to 10 items for this much money. If you do 100 items, it's going to cost you $100, $40 for 10 items, like that. And you can design, and you research the item, you come out with the content, how it works, what are the most common questions, what are the drawbacks if it's a vitamin. I mean, just use your creativity. I think you know where I'm going with this. You can make a lot of money doing that. You can even have your own website that does that, and you could call it Content Guru or something like that, and you advertise it on social media, and you get people to come there, and you put out your own videos about how to do that, and you go on 5R and other places. There's other venues like that. You can go freelance sites and do all that, so you can make a lot of money. And then as you grow and you become known for that, you ask every person to give you other leads, and referrals. That's your best. If you do a good job, everybody's going to find out about it. You ask anybody that uses your content, they're going to be obligated to put, if they don't want you to be on their site, they're going to pay you more money. And otherwise, if they don't do that, they owe you $5,000 or $100,000. You make up a price like that. They got to advertise your company, powered by your AI, whatever the name of your company is going to be. Okay, then the virtual girlfriends, that's a big area. It's, of course, unfortunately, it's becoming glutted out there, but like anything else, eventually there's going to be a fallout, and most of them are going to fail, because there's just too many. There's like over 100 companies out there. But it doesn't mean you can't make money, because you could take a different twist on it. One of the things that I came up with is, if you find a company that makes life-size dolls that actually can walk by themselves and move. There's a company, I don't know if it's Boston scientific. They make the life. There's a couple companies that are making the life. You could touch the doll. It feels like a human when you touch them, and they can talk. They can do everything a human can do, and they have a little bit. They have a little bit of AI built into them, but not a lot. So what you can do is you can build it to where it interfaces with ChatGPT. Using cell phone technology, or I don't know what they're going to use. You'll have to figure that out yourself. And then what happens is these dolls can plug in through the internet remotely, either through your Wi-Fi or they have a cell phone component maybe built in. So they're going to ChatGPT to get information how to respond to you, and and of course as that information goes in there, as you're using it as a customer, you're using the doll. Obviously, you're going to be all that information is going to be put back in so that the doll will know how to respond. Okay, and that's going to be really cool stuff. I mean, it's going to be guys already are doing that. They're giving up their girlfriends and they're using the cyber dolls or whatever they call them. The virtual dolls, but they're just like figurines online. They're not anything special. I think but they're falling in love with these things. It's crazy because I went on one for free just to try it out, and the girl, they answer you pretty well. They ask you what do you do, what do you like, but I thought it was a little clunky. It was iGirl. I didn't like it that much. I wasn't impressed with it, but there's ones that are much better. The more you pay, the more you get, obviously. So just keep that in mind. Study that field. It can make you a lot of money. You could become a billionaire if you develop the right one. See, that's like anything else. There's always going to be, like Facebook became the number one. Remember, there was MySpace, and then you had Google Plus and all that, and then Facebook took over and became the dominant multi-billion-dollar company, and he's in the top 10 rich people, Mark Zuckerberg. So yeah, so don't tell me it can't be done, because it can be done. There's a lot of lonely men out there, and they're falling for this. If Tinder's any indication of people looking for a woman, okay, it's mostly guys looking for a woman. You'll see that happen. Some guys are going to the Philippines and they're looking for a woman, and they get scammed. So they're getting tired of that stuff because as these things progress, as the Filipino Cupid is one of the biggest for that. As the more people go on, the scammers take notice. They start going on and they scam the poor guys before they even come to the Philippines. So guys are looking for a surefire thing where they're not going to get scammed. And this could be the thing, the virtual girlfriend. They fall in love with the girl, and believe it or not, they want to marry the girl. There are people that are doing marriage ceremonies. So, you put on your thinking cap and study that a little bit more. You could become, if you develop something just a little bit better than what's out there, I think you could become a billionaire. If you develop the tools, the life-size doll, you could be selling the dolls that could be physical companions that the guys can have sex with. You can make tons of money, because those are going to be like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Those dolls, maybe $10,000, and you find a way to finance them, okay? Or the doll turns off and it doesn't work anymore. See, that's where you get creative. You can make money. They're not gonna. A dead doll's not gonna do them any good. So if you could build that thing for $1,000 and you sell it, they put down $1,500 down. You already made your money already. If they don't pay the rest, you don't care. They'll have to buy another doll. So, they'll pay to reinstate the doll for another $500. I mean, you can do that. And then they pay the $500, they catch up on their payments, and the doll turns back on, and their love is back. So, keep that in mind. I mean, it's just another way to make money. Those are the three ways that I came up that can make you a billionaire. There's a lot more. I mean, I have a book coming out, which if you watch, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you the code, like I mentioned, and I'm going to also, when you get that, I'll give you a free copy of my, when you register, put in there also, when you put the code in there, you can write the word Billionaire Blueprint in there, and I'll give you a free copy of a book. It'll be a PDF file. Okay? So anyway, here's the thing in the Numero. The Numero is a digital currency made up of a basket of commodities and precious metals like gold, silver, and diamonds. It's about 50 total commodities and precious metals. Right now it's running at 122, $1.22 Namero. It went down from 128 a little bit because of the pending government shutdown, in November possibly, which I think is going to happen. Once that's resolved, I mean, over a 5-year period, it's going to double. All commodities double in price every 5 years on average. Now, it might be more this time, might become 3 times, then it might only be 70% in the next 5 years. You never, who knows? But I'm just trying to tell you, this is how, if you look at the history of commodities, they double every 5 years on average. Okay, it could be 5.5, 7 years at some years, but that's the average. So just so you know. So anyway, so when you register on the website, you're going to get an email like within a week or so. It's going to give you instructions how to claim your currency. Write down the number I'm going to give you, the code, and then you're going to plug it in, and you're going to get your free digital currency. It's about $25 to $30 worth. It could end up becoming, and then you get 2% every time you use WECRO to buy a service or food on the groceries opening up in about 2 weeks. The grocery delivery, you'll be able to order groceries online from Kroger owned stores. They have different store names across the country. So, and they're buying more right now. So they're going to be all over the country within a year. So, anyway, the code is going to be 100XT. It's 100XT, and write it down and put it in your write down a piece of paper, hide it in your wallet somewhere, and then when you get the email, go ahead and register. Go ahead and put in the code, and you'll get your digital currency. You can spend it within 6 months, or you can hold it for 5 years, which I recommend you do. In 5 years from now, you'll have over $1,200 probably put aside. If you're using WECRO, if you spend the average that most people spend on for the services I mentioned, you'll save a lot of you'll save money. You get 2% back on every purchase. So, all right, that's it. Thank you very much. Subscribe and like the video, and thank you for watching, and have a great week. Thank you.